this is your title. Here's your title. We're going to be talking about this symbol today. Can someone tell me what is the name of that symbol? I know that you've seen it before. What's the name of that symbol? Elena, what's the name of this symbol? What is the name of this symbol? Tenley, you know the name of this symbol? It is called the equal sign. That is the name of it. This is the name of this symbol. It is called the equal sign. What does that symbol mean? We talked a lot about what the multiplication symbol means in English. We talked about what the division symbol means in English. What does the equal sign mean? When you see that in an equation, what does it mean? Asha, what do you think? Could be. Could be. How many of you think that the equal sign means the answer? Okay. Well, what are you thinking?
I think it's like it shows the answer of the two options right now.
Okay, so that sounds like what Ashley just said. It means the answer. What do you think, Sean?
Combine 2, 5 plus 2 equals 5, 7.
Alright, so let's look at that. Sean gave us an example equation. 2 plus 5 equals, what's the sum there? 7. So if I read that equation in English, I would say 2 things plus 5 more things. The answer is 7 things. Is that what you're saying? What if I wrote it like this?
Oh, 5, 7 equals 2 equals, plus 5.
Is that equation true?
Yes.
So would I read it like this? 7 things. The answer is 2 things plus 5 more things.
Yeah, you could. You could. Because 7 things equals
That
2
does
things plus 5
not
things.
make sense. The equal sign does not mean the answer. The equal sign does not mean the answer. Let's write that down because a lot of us tend to think that. The equal sign does not mean the answer. That is not what it means. So if it doesn't mean the answer, because we just read that equation and that didn't quite make sense, Gwen, what do you think it might mean then?
It means like if you have 2 plus 5, that's equal to 7. But for that one down there, 7 is equal to 2 plus 5.
Alright, you're using that word equal, but I don't know what that means.
Equal means like same.
Close. Very, very close. Brayden, what do you think?
So, 2 lines of this number, and it's like they're getting added to their next number.
Nope. So Gwen is on the right track, but our language isn't quite right. Have you ever seen a balance before?
Yeah.
Yeah? Let's draw one.
Oh, the balance number.
I'm not sure if you've ever drawn a balance, but I just draw a line. And then I put a triangle right in the middle. Yep. That's what my balance looks like. It looks like this. I have some number balances in the back. The middle of my balance, that's where that triangle is my equal sign. So if my equation is balanced, then it is equal, meaning that equal sign shows that both sides are worth the same. So the equal sign, we're writing the equal sign shows the same value. And that's why I said you were close. It's not the same thing. But that number 7 looks different than equals 5. Value is worth. Value is worth. So I like to go back to money. We talked about this a little bit with Bladen, I think yesterday or maybe on Monday, when we talked about $1 versus 4 quarters. They're equal, but are they the exact same thing? No. They have the same value. They have the same worth. Sure. We are writing what I'm writing. You don't need to write what I typed. We just talked about that. Think of the equal sign like a balance. Both sides have to be worth the same. Write down what you need. Okay, that is a problem you can solve. We're thinking of that equal sign like a balance. Both sides, Bladen, turn around, have to be equal. Turn your whole body, please. Check someone here. So let's write some examples. What one did we just do on my balance? What was one that we did on my balance? 4 times. Okay, so we had our balance, right? And we had 4 times 3 on one side. Remember, we put 4 pegs on 3. And then we put 12 on the other side. And it balanced. 12 is worth the same as 4 groups of 3. Has the same value, has the same worth. Do you remember another one that we did? What was another one that we did, Bladen?
3 times 3 equals 9.
We did 3 times 3. 3 groups of 3 has the same value, 7 10s. Go ahead and write 7 10s. Literally exactly how I have it, 7 10s. Sure, the top is fine. Yep, 7 10s. Then we're going to do that new equal sign. And I say new, I know it's not really new, but now we know exactly what that symbol means. It means it's worth something. 7 10s is worth what? What value is 7 10s worth? Shauna? I don't know what you're saying. What? 70. If I have 7 10s rods, that value, Bladen, turn around, is equal to 70. Why is that not equal to 7? Why is it not equal to 7? Should we? Yeah. I'm counting by what? 10s. This is almost like saying 7 groups of 10s is worth the same as 70. Because when I'm counting by 10s, I've seen that before. 7 groups of 10s. Let's try another one. What about 9 10s? What value is equal to 9/10? Kinley, you need a math class with me. Jackson?
90.
90. 90. Not 9. Why not 9?
Because there's 9 tens.
It's 9/10, not 9/1.
Yeah.
So I have 9 groups of 10. That is what is equal to, has the same value as 90. Let's do another one. Ooh, 14. 14/10. That one's a little trickier. What value is going to be equal to 14/10? Not 14/1, 14/10. Show me, what do you think? It is going to be 140. Sean, if I think about this as a multiplication equation, I'm really counting 14 groups of 10, which has the same value as 140. When I count by tens, my numbers are really big. Did you notice that? Which makes sense, right? You've counted by tens. When you're counting by tens, Gwen, those numbers get really big. 14/10 got us all the way to 140. Let's try another one. 38/10. 38/10. 38/10 is going to be worth. What value is also equal to 38/10? Logan?
380.
380. Logan, why is it not just 38?
Because if it was 38, it will have to be 38/1.
Yes, we have to pay close attention to what we're counting with. In this problem, we're counting by tens. 38 groups of 10, not 38 groups of 1. We're now counting in groups. We're good counters now. When you were in kindergarten, you pretty much only counted by ones. That was it. But now that we're in 3rd grade, we know how to count by 2s, by 5s, by 10s, by other forms of numbers. Yeah. So we got to pay attention. Am I counting in groups or am I counting by ones? In this problem, I'm counting by groups of 10. 55/10. 55/10. Go ahead and write it down, please. Elena, get with me. 55/10. What is that going to be worth? What value is 55/10? Elena, what do you think?
550.
550. Because I have 55 what?
Not one.
55 groups of 10. 55 10 rods.
One, it was 55.
If I was counting by ones, 55 ones, easy peasy. 55
It
would
would
be
also
my
be
value.
55 times 0.
Times 1.
Oh, yeah.
I know what you meant. Alright, we're going to do some more.
Oh, kind of like that thing that you said, like you can't
Alright, to build our number, I'm going to give you some parts of that number. And then you have to figure out the rest of it on your own. Alright, so we're going to start with some large numbers today. We started with smaller numbers on Monday. We're going to go a little bit bigger. I want you to build the number 424. Go ahead and write that on your desk. 424. I am giving you 400, 110, and then you need to figure out how many more ones would you need if you're going to be building the number 424. If you need to draw out those base 10 blocks, go for it. We started doing that last time. So if I'm starting with 400s and I want to draw those, what is that going to look like? What are 400s going to look like? Lincoln?
Like 4 squares.
Yeah, remember our hundreds flats look like this. There's my 400. I have 400. What else do I have? 400 plus. What else do I have? It's not a trick question. Glenn, what do I have? 110. And then I know I'm going to need some ones. If I'm at 400 and 110, what number is that? If I'm at 400 and 110, what number is that? Shelby? I'm right here. I'm at 410. That's what that is worth. And I know I need to get to 424. How many more ones is that? I'm at 410, and I'm going to need more ones. Harper? 14 ones. I saw Michael figure that out pretty quick. He didn't even have to draw base 10 pieces, which is fine. If we think of 400 and 110 like this number, how many more 10s do I need to get to this number? How many more 10s? How many more 10s? Ashlyn? Nope, not 10 more 10s. I'm counting by 10s. What is it? Lincoln? He needs 1 10. 1 10. So he already knows that I'm going to have 10 ones. Because he needs 1 more 10 to get there. And then he knows that he needs these leftover 4. 14 ones. Go ahead and erase your space. Or move to a new spot. Here's our next number, 145. This time I didn't give you any 10s. No. I just gave you a couple of ones. You need to figure out how many 10s you need. A little trickier.
We draw the flat or no?
So you're not getting any hundreds. So you're going to only need 10s. You're going to only need 10s. I gave you 25 ones. Think about how much more you're going to need in 10s to get to 145. All right, this was a tricky one. Let's see if we can work through this together. We started with 25 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There's my 25 ones. And I need to add groups of 10. If I have 1 more group of 10, what number am I going to be at? I was at 25, and I added a group of 10. What number am I at now?
35.
What number am I at now?
35.
35. Here's 35. Because I started at 25 and I added 10 more. 35. 45. 55. 65. 75, 85, 95. What's next?
105.
105, 115, 125. Am I at 125?
Yes.
Well, I gotta get to 145, so I need to keep going. 135, 100.
12.
How many tens is that?
12.
Nope.
11.
1, 2.
1, 2,
12.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, 10. Remember, we should have this written on our desk. That was trickier. That was tricky. What is easy for you is not easy for others. Also, I asked you to put that up.
Got me by 110. 110.
Tricky. Do you see my strategy of how I use counting by tens to figure out how many tens there would be? Let's try another tricky one. Erase your space or find a new spot on your desk. Whatever works for you. Ooh, this is another tricky one. This time, you're going to be building the number 400. I've given you some hundreds this time. I gave you 300s. And I gave you 10 ones.
I don't know. This is pretty easy.
For you. I'm glad that this one is easy for your brain, but what's easy for you is not easy for others, so we don't want to make that announcement. See if you can figure it out. I gave you 300s and 10 ones, and you need to figure out how many 10s we need to get there. One strategy that I saw that I really, really liked, I saw it both on Gwen and Michael's desk. We had 3 hundreds flats to give them a value of 300.
Place.
Kinda. And then they had 10 ones to give them a value of 10. 10 ones is equal to 10. And then they did this. I said, okay, I'm at 310 right now. And I need some more 10s to get me to 400. They almost made it like that. 310 plus something equals 400. What's going to go in that box? 310 plus something equals 400. Stanley, what's going to go in that box? 90. So does that mean I need 90 tens?
No.
It's not 90 tens. That's kind of the tricky part. How many tens is 90 worth? So 90 is the value. But 90 when I count by tens is only 9. Okay. Last one. Last one today. Smaller number, but I still only gave you ones this time. This time you're building 78. I only gave you some ones. You're going to think, how many more tens am I going to need? Eyes on your own desk, Harper, so that you can figure it out.
Here.
How many tens? How many tens? Ashlyn, how many tens do you need? 5 tens. Harper, what is 5 tens worth, though? What is it? 50. Why is it not 50 tens? It's such a big number. Can you imagine 50 10 rods? That's a huge number. Do you need 50 10 rods?
No.
No. You only need 5 10 rods. 5 10. 5 10 plus 28 ones gives us 78.